get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Looking at the last game for the Orlando Magic, it was a loss to Milwaukee at Bradley Center. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Well, there was a lack of discipline on their part in that game, guys. They committed a lot of silly fouls, and it hurt them.
It sure did. I mean, they just didn't seem to figure out how to defend without fouling, Steve. That was just almost hard to comprehend.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Jay in at the point guard position.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
Yeah, Clark, I think they can really attack this club in the paint. And that's where they can win this game if they dominate there.
Well, Jared Sullinger slipped in the 2012 draft over concerns about his back. He ended up missing the latter half of that rookie season when he had to have back surgery. Despite his health issues, when he's been on the court, he's shown a lot of promise.
And it's Rondo penetrating, and the basket by Olynyk.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Boston on D. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 4-point game. Jay the pass to Fry. It's stolen by Bradley. Rondo kicks to Green. Here's Bradley. The shot no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. There's the pass to Jay. Vucevic is screen on Bradley. There's the feed to Vucevic. Pass to Jay. Fires top of the key, and he hits the jump shot. Jay's got his second bucket. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Rondo. Dishes to Bradley. All sorts of time. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Jay the pass to Fry. There's the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor. Yeah, he's almost putting on a little show out there with that fadeaway jumper.
The Magic trail by 6. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, passes it to Oladipo, shoots the 3, and good on the basket. Book it. Oladipo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. What an easy win for him last time. As Steve mentioned, Clark, the turnover differential was a major factor.
Yeah, I call it disruptive in a word from the defensive standpoint. They were all over him the whole game.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And Rondo drops them both.
Well, Rajon Rondo still in a Celtics uniform, and that didn't seem like a foregone conclusion over the last season. Boston in the midst of a complete rebuild, and Rondo already in the prime of his career, so a lot of discussion about a possible trade.
Now, here's Fry. 17 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he did some nice work on the boards too, Kevin. That was definitely a factor in that game as well.
And he gets it to go.
Assistant Jay.
Boston leading by 3.
You know, you look at Rondo and you get the sense that perhaps he covets a chance to lead the Celtics as the team's undisputed franchise player. That's a mantle he's not quite carried in his career. He said he'd love to have another 10 years in Boston.
And so here's Orlando following the bucket by the Celtics. Over in the corner, Harkless. Oladipo against Rondo. Oladipo, the pass to Jay. 6 on the shot clock. And a pick bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Jay's got 6 points. And for the Celtics, hard to give up an elite player like Rondo.
Well, Brad Stevens called in their clear-cut best player and the leader of this team. And, Rondo has a chance to put himself in that echelon if he sticks around Boston in terms of being one of the all-time great Celtics.
And Orlando has possession. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Jay, the pass to Oladipo. From 13. Rebound by Olynyk.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Beautiful dish down low.
The Magic trail by 5. Jay, he's covered by Rondo. Pass to Fry. They set the screen. The dish now to Harkless. Now the pass to Jay. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Celtics leading by 5. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, earlier I spoke with Brad Stevens. I asked him what he thought might give them an edge going into this game. He said, well, our shot blocking is always a cornerstone for us. To have the ability to protect the rim, really, I think, is invaluable. And one thing that helps sets us apart on the defensive end. Guys, let's see if they can lock down the paint.
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
I don't know, Kevin. I'm not sure they should be more focused on their opponent than they are on themselves.
That is sort of the way it sounds, Steve, but still, I don't think a defense-first mindset is ever a bad thing.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Boston?
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Now, here's Green. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Green's got 6.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Mark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. And you look at Smart, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Jay.
I'd like to see young players come into the league with unselfish attitudes, and these two certainly have. The past month is proof of that.
Yeah, and they've gotten very comfortable with their teammates, Steve. A credit to their teammates and them. That unspoken communication has already been established, and that's good to see.
And Orlando has possession. After Jeff Green's bucket, it's stolen by Sullinger. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And Green with the basket on the assist by Rondo. 8 points for Jeff Green.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question. He has not missed yet. 4 for 4 in this first quarter.
Setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Here's Rondo. After the made shot from Jay, goes up and lays it nice and easy. And that's now 6 points for Rajon Rondo.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Now, here's Oladipo. 23 points for him the last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Here's Sullinger. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in the win against Memphis. Out left to the wing. Harkless dishes to Vucevic. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's just a 4-point Boston lead.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
There's the pick. Jay, the pass to Fry. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Rondo kicks to Green. Feeds it to Olynyk. Back to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bradley. And he gets the bucket. Bradley's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And a new group in for the Celtics. Vitor Favarani's checked in. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Boston. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Smart, covered by Payton. Smart kicks to Turner. He dishes it to Smart. Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target.
The NBA regular season winding down. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Nikola Vucevic.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lopsided as we start this second quarter. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you could come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Jay, he's in at point guard. Josh McRoberts out there with Gordon. Then there's Luke Ridnour, and it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. Just 4 to shoot. McRoberts misses the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Smart kicks to Zeller. And it's blocked. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. No good from Jay. Boston leading by 10.
Evan Fournier out of France struggled with his shot early last season, but he rallied somewhat down the stretch. Still very young with an impressive skill set. He's definitely a player to watch.
In the corner, Smart with it. Boston again missing.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
The shot's good from Fournier.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Smart kicks to Bradley. He feeds it to Wallace. And yes, sir, that one drops. Wallace has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Celtics.
You don't need much hands to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Jay, the pass to McRoberts. Ridnour against Bradley. Ridnour, that's good. Here's Smart. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis.
And don't forget, guys, his playmaking was sensational. I mean, he saw the floor, making the game so easy for his teammates.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Wallace dishes to Smart. Out to Wallace from the arc. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Olynyk, he's checked in for Zeller. Jared Sullinger comes in for Wallace. And it's Green in for Evan Turner. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Josh McRoberts. Fry comes in for Gordon. Harkless is checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Oladipo in for Luke Ridman.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim. You know, I just love Kelly Olynyk's great skill level. He can handle and shoot the ball beyond the arc, but also a polished low post scorer inside, so you can run offense through him, and that's really a great dynamic for this team.
Celtics making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Off the screen. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Jay.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Bradley kicks to Green. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And Olynyk, you look at him, he doesn't give you the impression of being the most athletic guy, but he does move well for a big guy, and his touch is exquisite around the basket. Whether shooting the hook or flipping it in with the finger roll, he finds a way to get it up and down.
Bradley passes to Rondo. Right side Bradley. Back to Rondo. Good, he hits the jump shot. Rondo's got 9. The Magic trail by 9. And Steve, for Olynyk, more an offensive player. Defense, something he's got to work on.
Yeah, he was foul prone last season, but I like his motor. Did better than expected on the boards. You know, he doesn't have a great wingspan.